I have read literally hundreds of books about happiness at work, so it's pretty rare now that a new one comes along that knocks my socks off. This one did. You should absolutely get it and read it. It's called Breaking the Overnight Success Myth, The Mindset Behind a Real Multi-Million Dollar Business by Sasa Popovic. Sasha is the co-founder of Vega IT, a tech company in Serbia. And in this book, he details his entire story from getting the idea for founding the company on running it and making it a huge success with hundreds of employees all over the world. This book is not only well written and has a million tips for creating a happy and successful business. It's something even better. This book is it's personal. It's real. It's a real story coming from a real human being, and I admire that so much. Now, I love a good book about happiness at work, and a good book with a lot of theory, that's fine. But what I really like are books that show how to do this in practice, like case stories from real workplaces who have done this in real life. I think that's even better because it shows you how it can be done, and it shows you, which is super important, that it can be done, that you actually can build a successful workplace on happiness at work. But here's my problem with the case stories is, how do you know it's true? Right? You read this book about a company somewhere and it sounds amazing when you read the book, but how can you actually know if it's really that good? In this case, I can guarantee that everything in the book is true. Vega IT really is that good because I've been following them for over 10 years now. Back in 2015, I got an email out of the blue from this company in Serbia. Never heard about them, but apparently they read my book and they really wanted me to come speak at a conference in Serbia, so I did. Came back again the next year. And then I got to know these people and I got to admire these people and the culture they've created in their organization. And we've stayed in really close contact. We've worked on some things together. When I got the idea for a tool to measure happiness at work called Heart Count, I obviously asked them if they wanted to go into business with me, and we developed it together. There are three things, like having followed them this closely. I've been to Novi Sad in Serbia, where their headquarters are, several times. There are three things that I really admire about their culture there. One is that they're laser focused on happiness at work, on creating a good workplace. I think that's amazing, and there are so many ways they do that, and you can read about all of them in this book. Another thing I really admire is that unlike the rest of the IT industry, they have no culture of overwork. This is not a place where employees are encouraged or forced to work 60, 70 hours a week. I think that's amazing. They don't do that. People have regular work weeks. And most of all, what I really admire about them is that they have decided that the success of Vega IT as a company is not just about making the founders more money. It's about making the world better. That's a very explicit vision they have, and they do that in a million ways. And you can read all about that in the book. The book is super enjoyable. It has so many great ideas for creating a happy and successful workplace. But more than that, this book is honest. It's real. It's personal. It's genuine. It's not trying to sell you on something that it's not. It's not trying to hide the negative sides. And I really, really admire that. You can't say that about a lot of business books. So get this book, read it. Breaking the Overnight Success Myth. One of the best books I've read this year.